11 and 12.
2 Esdras 14, verse 11.
Read it.
For the world is divided into 12 parts.
The world is divided into 12 parts.
And the 10 parts of it are gone already.
10 parts are gone already.
And half of a 10th part.
And half of a 10th, read.
And there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part.
Only a little short space left.
Now therefore set thine house in order.
So therefore do what?
Now therefore set thine house in order.
When you see these signs, set your house in order. People have the freedom to do whatever they would like to do, as long as it's sinning against God. You will have the freedom. If you're a boy and want to become a girl, you'll have the science. If you're a girl that want to be a boy, you'll have the science. If you're a person who believe that being in a monogamous relationship is holding you off, okay? And on top of holding you off, you believe that you being in a monogamous relationship is restricting you. Okay? Read it, come on. Read that last piece again.
Now therefore set thine house in order.
It's time to circle the wagons. Set your house in order. Because you've been given the rope to be all the way out there. You've been given the boat to drift all the way out without a paddle. The Most High says the righteous, when you see the signs, there's no excuse for you. They're already out there. You said, so one thing we have control over is our house. The Most High told Baruch, tell the people, I'm coming. Set your house in order. Okay? It's going to be free love, free everything. It's going to seem as if you'll be able to operate like this forever. When really, that's right, the clock is about to strike midnight. You're going to think you're out there. And you're going to be so far out there, there's not going to be any way back. Finish reading. Come on.
Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people,
and correct thy people.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble.
Comfort our people who are in trouble, and that's our plan.
And now renounce corruption.
And do what?
And now renounce corruption.
And renounce all corruption. Because even if a government official who's in position have a change of heart in the last minute to try to help his people, like in Haiti, it's too late. Once you sold yourself under a political system, you have to ride this thing all the way out. You don't get all those perks and with all the information, the inside information, and believe you're going to bail out of it. Okay? When you're in one of those positions, you must ride it out. So even if you get a change of heart in those positions, it's best for you to do what? As far as they're concerned, just to bow out. Bow out and go get your change of heart. But if they think you're going to try to do what? Disrupt the program? Hey, they may not even allow you to bow out. Knowing too much. But guess what? You made that house, you must lay in it now. There's no politician out there don't know that they're making an oath with the God of this system. Okay? What do you think you sitting there swearing on the Bible when the Bible says swear not? Every political position is a religious position, or they wouldn't have you make an oath or swear on the book to be aligned with the so-called elite. It's a religious agreement that you're going to swear on the book against the God who said swear not, against the Son who was sent and said, swear not, so you can bring yourself into the oath. And once you're out there, guess what? Once you're on the other side and you're privy to Satan's plan, you're locked. A blood oath. So they've chose this world. They've chose all of its splendor to rule in all that as under this political agenda. But we're talking to our brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters out there who haven't chosen oath to go with Satan, who've always knew that something was going on beyond the news. And the Most High is saying, listen, you've been awakened for a reason. There's a reason you know what not most can understand. And it ain't just for you to boast that you know it. I've given you the tools in preparation for the kingdom to come. Get your house in order. All throughout societies, when we look at what we're reading here is our prophets in old time warning the people back then. The Most High is merciful to a degree that before he brings a judgment, he'll send forth messengers. And then it's upon you to take up that mantle and say, you know what? The least I can do is have the knowledge of the Most High, apply the law, statutes, and commandments to prepare my family for what's to come. If there's a lack of rain, which is a drought of water, and at that time come and my family don't have water, it wasn't because I wasn't warned. If there's a ration of food out there and the gas is cut out, and now all of a sudden I'm caught up on a line around the corner with one gas station within a 20-mile radius, and I'm sitting there waiting to be destroyed, guess what? It's not on the elders who they warned us. When the gas station was open, when the markets were open, everything. Get your house in order. Have enough food and water so that you're not out there when the mob is going against the government who they at that time will feel that the government have betrayed them. There will be mobs all around the place, mass all around the place, people marching, and folks, not just in America, all around the world. All these apocalyptic movies, they were preparing us to see the mobs against the police with the shields and all that. How long have you been seeing those movies? These are the people that are shouting to the government who now realize they were betrayed and didn't prepare and was used to the government giving them everything. Now they're mad. Where's my welfare check? I don't got no welfare. How my children gonna eat? And they're gonna be out there in the streets mobbing. Mobbing. Because why? This is why they systematically had our people dependent on government. So that we can grow up with a backwards minds believing that food grows in supermarkets. And the only thing you need is a card to this magic card to get everything you need without even working. They have domesticated us to a degree where when they shut it off, we'll be forced to do anything they command. And brothers and sisters, none of you going to be able to say when it all goes down that you weren't warned. You got to have enough food and water that you're not out there during the chaos. And at that time, you have what? You have time to think and to calculate how to maneuver without needing nourishment. It's another thing being malnutritious and suffering without strength because there's no food and water. You're done. So while they're out there malnutrition and fighting and all that, you sitting there with your food, rationing with your family. You already had that plan. And now what are you doing? You're thinking. And if the Most High got you to that point, you're going to get it to the next point. Believe me, because you're strong enough to get there. And then the angels, for your obedience, of listening when a time when most people was having fun are now thoughts come to you. You know what those thoughts are? It's through the Holy Spirit in your conscience. Okay, you're going to have thoughts. Go here. Call this number. Oh, your phone? Okay. Don't worry about it. Go here and you'll be directed there. You'll be totally moved. The crowd is over here and you're being moved right around it. And at the end of it, we hugging each other. Hey, brother. Hey, sister. What's going on? Hey, come on. What you got? You got cans. I got this. Let's all put this together. All right, what's the next move? Don't worry about it. We got a ship here. We got this, that. We got this, that. Here's the next move. But you're not out there malnourished like the crowd on OnlyFans and people that are just having fun and thinking that it's a party. Okay? One step at a time. Read that part again, Elder Lawyer.
Now therefore, set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
And renounce corruption.
Let go from the mortal thoughts.
Let go from the mortal thoughts. The mortal thoughts is people believing that everything have to be just rolled out for them at every part. Looking for a cushion, someone to secure you. Well, no. Let go of your mortal thoughts. It's time to link into the spirit. It's going to take faith to make it from point A to point B. You make your physical provisions, but make sure that there's a connection with the Almighty and a presence of the Most High in your home. And you can only do this through prayer and keeping God's law. Let go of your mortal thoughts because this thing is deeper than people. This is a heavenly narrative where the Most High, through all of this chaos, is bringing Jacob through trouble, through his tribulation. Through his tribulation on earth. Read.
Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man.
Cast away what?
The burdens of man.
Cast away the burdens of man. Read.
Put off now the weak nature.
And put off the weak nature. This system have purposely engineered weak-minded people where they are offended over everything. The Most High says, put away the weak nature. It's like we have our children operating in the earth thinking that everyone should get a participation trophy. Every little thing is an offense. Put off the weak nature because Christ said, here's a sign. Many shall be offended, shall offend one another, and give one another up. Why? We're living in a society with a bunch of weak people, where words offend people. Or if someone doesn't do things the way you think they should do them, that's offensive. That's a weak nature. That's a weak, he says, put off the weak nature. Hey, fix it if you're soft concerning everything that happens and you have a problem with everything you see. The problem isn't everything that you see. The problem is your weakness. Put off the weak nature. We live in a time now where everyone is offended over anything. The weak nature. Come on.
15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy. We focus in regret. We're focused with things we cannot change. And you got people who live their whole life